I think the vibe around money, the conversation that's being had, the I do think that we're in an era that we're really, it's ending youthful financial illiteracy in a way that I think is really positive. There were a lot of teenagers who watched, some of their millennial siblings just be saddled with student loan debt, having to delay traditional adult milestones. So you've got young people out there who are hungry, really hungry for good advice, for exposure to the market, and to play the game.
Yeah, I think financial services is such a fascinating landscape because it's like the lid has just totally come off, right? What used to be this kind of secretive, elite 1% world, you needed some type of in, or you needed an advisor, a broker that could get you quotes, or you were relying on the newspaper at one point in time. So then you needed, that was your source of information. And now certainly no one needs us just to give a quote, right? But even that, just kind of going back to what you were saying about this whole like FinTwit TikTok community, I see the conversations that are happening. Some of them are outright dangerous, like they are giving advice that could land you in jail if you follow this advice. But some of it is really, really good. And it's conversations where people are saying, oh my gosh, I wish my parents would have had this conversation with me before I went to med school, or before I took out these student loans, or before I started my first job. And I just think, oh my gosh, I mean, I grew up in a generation, I say this all the time, where we were still my parents were still very much of that mindset. We don't talk about money. It is not polite. You don't ask people about money. You don't talk about money. And so just for my generation, I think, and above, for most of us, we were raised in that environment where it's taboo to just talk about money, period. Then you got people on TikTok talking about how much money they made, how much their student loan debt is. And I'm just like, whoa, like, yeah.
But what social media did is it gave that power to the collective. I mean, it really did show people that kind of the more that you share, the more power the collective voice has, right?